And that was Pearl Jam from 1994 with Better Man. It is 8:05 and it's a chilly morning out there, so bundle up, folks. Bundle up. It's January 3rd. I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. It's my first day back, so it's a cold one, and I'm very pleased to have a special guest here this morning, Marcus Guiliano. Want to say hello and tell
Good
us
morning.
We're here to talk about a couple different things, and first of all, we want to talk about the Christmas dinner that you host every year for needy people, right? People
Absolutely.
who,
Love to talk about that.
Okay, so let's start off with that, Marcus.
Sure,
If
so...
you've warmed up sufficiently.
Yes,
just
oh my
get
gosh,
through
it
the
is
back
cold out
door.
there. It is cold. And there's still people out there running.
Is that right?
Yes, some of our
No,
locals...
you're a runner. Isn't it
I'm a runner.
dangerous to run when it's this cold out?
Not really.
No?
There's no such thing as bad weather. There's a thing as bad clothing.
Bad clothing.
So...
But icy conditions, too. You gotta
Icy
be
conditions,
careful,
you
right?
can slip and fall, of course, but there's all
Yeah.
kinds of winter gear to keep you warm.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I ran up to High Point the other day on New Year's Day, and it must have been -10 up at High Point, but
Wow.
when I got there, I was overheated because I was wearing, my clothes were too warm and I wasn't layered properly, so I was overdressed for the occasion, if that's a such thing this time of year. But some of our locals are out there running this morning, so I guess I have to get out there and run.
They're shaming you into it.
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, I love to walk, but I've never been a runner. I don't know why. I just haven't. But now they have hand warmers and all kinds
They
of
have all
things.
kinds of gear, all kinds of technology.
Yeah,
And
my brother and his girlfriend went to an Eagles game in Philly on New Year's Day, and I said, "You are great," but they had all kinds of stuff like that.
Yes.
They had a ball.
exactly.
If you get tickets in advance, you never know what the weather will be.
Right,
So,
you
you
do.
go. If you're
You
a
go.
fan, you go.
Right.
And they had a great time. But,
So Christmas Day, we've been doing it since 2003. It was the first meal that we opened with, and we provide a no questions asked meal on Christmas Day.
okay.
And it's run through a family of Ellenville. They take all the reservations for us, and we deliver meals.
Oh, they take the reservation.
They
Oh, that's
take
good.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Our phone would be so inundated.
Yeah.
So they volunteer, and they have a sign up sheet there,
Uh-huh.
and they hand us a list over, and we formulate where all the food goes, and we deliver it as far as Port Ewing.
Port Ewing?
Yes.
Really?
We sure did.
Wow.
And we delivered 600 meals this year.
600 meals as far as Port Ewing? Whoa.
So we
And
will.
volunteers just drive. They just, you tell them, okay, you got to go to Port Ewing, and whoever is
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
We got lucky and went to Port Ewing the day before because that was our farthest route.
Wow.
So we called the person and said it would be okay on Christmas Eve if you got your meal, and they said perfectly fine.
Wow.
But we usually travel about up to 20 minutes away,
Uh-huh.
up through the whole Roundout Valley, up north,
Right.
up into Accord, Kerhonkson,
Yeah.
down here a little bit to Sullivan County, and sometimes Bloomingburg. Just depends where people call from, but
Right.
we'll comfortably go 20 minutes.
Okay.
Easily deliver, and it's all done through volunteers and donations. And Murray's Chickens donates the turkeys. Costco donated turkeys. We roasted almost 1,000 pounds of turkeys this year.
That's incredible.
So not about 990 pounds to be exact
Wow.
of turkeys this year. 50 gallons of soup,
Oh, I love
25
that.
trays of stuffing. So there's a lot of food that happens, and it all comes together on Christmas Day. And it was a very smooth day with all the volunteers and all the systems that we've set up over the years. Feeding 600 people can be an extreme challenge.
Yeah, I would say so.
And we were done about an hour and a half earlier than our target time.
Really?
Yes.
So that means you're organized and you're on it, and everything's working smoothly. About how many volunteers did you have this year?
We had about 20 drivers,
Uh-huh.
and then we have volunteers that help us serve and cook.
Uh-huh.
And we have our regulars in the kitchen that come every year. So they walk in and they know exactly what they're doing. We have volunteers that come as far as Warwick,
Wow.
and probably even a little further sometimes.
Isn't that something?
So that are regulars that volunteer every year.
And these are patrons who come to the restaurant.
These are patrons. Some of them have never been to the restaurant as a patron, but once they come
Really?
to this and help out, then they become patrons.
Oh, that's good. See, that's very good. Wow. And do you get feedback from people who...
We get thank you cards.
You do?
We get
Uh-huh.
phone calls. It's amazing. A lot of people are just very grateful. A lot of people are just very grateful, and when you hear the feedback, that you're like, wow, that's
Yeah,
so worth
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's wonderful. Wow, 600 meals served from Aroma Time this Christmas Day. That's wonderful. All right, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back and talk about some other things. And today was the day that Aretha Franklin was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1987, so we're going to hear from Aretha with a little respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.